It's super quiet right now. I don't have to scream at y'all. I feel like I shot that last video. I shot that last video screaming because of the yard work that was happening. It's hilarious. Every time I watch that Lionsgate video, I laugh every time. It's so funny. Because I was screaming the whole time. So, welcome to 50 Essentials. If you're new to my channel, my name is Josie. This video has a emoji of a brain and the one that represents muscles, right? And the one that represents bones. And I want to talk to you today about what I mean about get it done. That's the title of this video. Get it done. Okay. Now, out the gate, I'm going to give you the disclaimer. I am not a medical professional. See a doctor if you feel like something's wrong with you. Okay? This is not medical advice. Okay? What I will tell you is that I have been a massage therapist for more than 15 years. I've had my fair share of continuing education, physiology, and anatomy. Okay? So that should help you feel better about me talking about what I'm talking about. Now, back to the metaphysical side of the matter. Some of us have been getting very strong urges to get our bodies together, to prepare our bodies for something, to condition ourselves. Like in sports, where you do conditioning because you're getting ready to have a competitive season in whatever sport that is. You start to condition yourself. Um, I know I'm not the only one that has been getting those hits. Um, to go from not exercising at all, just walking and stretching. That's all I've done, honestly, since like 2016. Okay, walking and stretching. That was all I was able to do, because of a so-called medical condition that nobody could figure out. Again, that period of time I was going through upgrades because those problems I no longer have. It took me a long time to get to the point to where I decided, okay, I'm going to try to actually work out on purpose again. Because before, when I went through that whole patch of time between 2010 and 2016, I would end up in the hospital if I did anything over a certain amount of exertion. Okay, my doctor literally told me, hey, you can walk, you can stretch, but don't do nothing else. So now I started the last week of July and I'm still going strong. I figured out that just because I could do it doesn't mean I should do it. So I figured out the formula for myself. So I don't overdo it when I go to the gym. At the most, when I'm not taking a class, I'm working out for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and I'm not doing the most. I don't have goals to outdo myself or anything like that because I'm not there to invoke change in such a way where I'm checking for it or anything like that. That's not the reason why I'm going to the gym all of a sudden, okay? Not at all. Y'all bear with me because you're staring at my ceiling and I need to adjust. Did not feel like getting on camera today. Um, so I do what Spirit says, right? I do what my soul tells me to do. And my soul said, hey, it's time. It's time to try it again. But this time, you're going to be able to consistently do it. You're going to be victorious this time because it is now time, right? And there's multiple reasons why it's time for me. I have support of the planets that I didn't have before. You know, Saturn is retrograde in my first house. It's ruling my whole chart. It's saying, hey, you now need to focus on your physical body and become disciplined and strong because you're starting a whole new karmic cycle, a whole new, you're about to literally start a whole new life because Saturn is in my first house now, right? So I'm being taught and I'm being conditioned for this new life. I'm going to need new energy, new body structure, new everything to handle the new stuff that's foreign to me that's coming in, okay? Hey, love. Greetings. So, the thing is, though, I'm not the only person that's got Saturn retrograde in their first house right now that just finished up a cycle out there. I'm not the only person. And even if you don't have planetary placements that are pushing you and supporting you in your success of these areas of becoming strong and disciplined, it doesn't mean that you're not getting that psychic hit because there is still ascension happening. And I feel like some star seeds, light workers, are being called right now to prepare their body, physical body, for what is to come. Okay. It took me a while. I did not initially plan on talking to you guys about this. Maybe because I couldn't figure out the best way to do it without saying it. You know, it's like, tell me you have a teenager without saying it. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those videos out there because I'm not able to actually flat out say what I want to say, especially because I'm on YouTube. So, but my primary reason for training and discipline and consistency right now is spiritual. It is because of dreams that I've had. It is because of spiritual messages that I've received. Okay? It is because of what I feel that is imminent. Again, some of y'all feel this. You may not know what it is, but you feel it. You feel something and you're like, what is that? And it's annoying a little bit because you can feel it. You don't know when it's gonna manifest. You have no idea, but it's there. So tap into your spirit and say, okay, what do I do about this? Yeah, is there anything to do about it? Because some of us, there's nothing to do. This is not even your timeline. You're not even operating over here. I'm a firm believer in staying in your lane. My lane just happens to be conditioning for something that's happening on my timeline. Okay. Um, I got a gym membership for myself and my two sons because we're doing this together. It's not just helping me, but it's helping them as well to prepare. Um, we have a routine. We don't go to the gym on Saturday and Sunday because we make sure that we're there Monday through Friday every single day. And the reason I'm able to go every single day like that, out of nowhere, just from jump, is because I'm running off of spiritual energy. Because believe you me, I'm out of shape, or I was out of shape. Okay. I learned a lot about how I had been compensating, how atrophied my muscles were, all kinds of stuff. It's the little things because now just from 3 weeks of going and not even doing strenuous workouts. Simple little things are easier to do. I'm not feeling certain body aches or muscle burn when I do certain things anymore. They're just easier. Um, and I have a lot of spiritual energy to support me. I don't just go in the gym and think to myself in a physical way, oh, I'm gonna do this and get it over with. I don't even generally. I don't like working out in the gym. I'm a recreation outdoor person. So I chose a gym that had things that I liked: swimming pool, sauna, things like that. You know, and then I don't do the same thing every time I go in there. I move intuitively. So these things made it comfortable because Venus is retrograde in my beautiful sixth house right now. So the things that I'm doing right now have to be enjoyable. So when I go in there, I'm excited about being there. And it's not because, again, I have goals or I'm doing it in like a physical way. I'm excited because I know I'm supported by my spiritual team. I know that I run Reiki and I do Qigong as a pre-workout. I start running energy before I even do anything physical to help me get through. And so now exercising is a totally different thing for me now. It's not hard, even though it is challenging. Like, it's not the same. And I know very well if I did not have my team, my energy, the practices that I have, I know that I would be struggling a whole lot more. So I have a lot of grace with me right now. And again, most of the process is spiritual. And this is why I've been able to be consistent. The 3 areas that are about to need to be very strong in your body right now are your bones, muscles, and nervous system. Okay? You are about to need those areas to be strong. So the hint for the bones is minerals. Okay? Bones are fortified by minerals. Okay? And what carries a lot of minerals? Fruits carry a lot of minerals. You know, getting enough fruit and other plants that carry a lot of minerals, because there's some dark leafy greens that have minerals as well, right? It doesn't always need to come from a dairy source, but I respect those who eat dairy. I'm not plant-based 100%, but I try. Now, that was the bones. The bones hold you up. That's your foundation, right? That's your scaffolding. That's your frame. That's why they need to be strong. That's why they need to be fortified. That's why they need to be less likely to break, right? And we're constantly ingesting things, breathing things, and soaking things into our skin that leach the minerals and vitamins out of our bones. Okay? Ooh, I'm trying to see all of it. I only see part of it. Proteins also, as our bodies change, many people will find themselves craving proteins. It's true. And when we use the term proteins in this day's society, we're talking about, you know, because there's plant-based protein and then there's the protein that everybody traditionally is aware of, that's meat-based. And, you know, whoever you are, either way it goes, whatever protein means to you, that's what it means. You see? It's true for me though. I actually recently started introducing back into my diet, because I'm of the O tribe, the O blood type, and I had little by little just been introducing a little red meat, because I was really strictly chicken and fish for a little bit, because of the change in activity that I'm dealing with here. But yeah, your bones, they store the things that you need. And then when it's not in your bloodstream, your bones will, that's where your blood will get it from, is from your bones. You see, your bones make red blood cells, and that's what carries your oxygen in your body. There's a difference between having enough oxygen in your body and being able to physically breathe in a mechanical way. Both of those things matter. And if you don't have enough red blood cells, guess what? You're going to feel short of breath. You're going to feel like breathing is a challenge, even though it's not a physical problem. It's a low oxygen in your blood problem, you know? It'll still get you. So we want to fortify our bones. It's not, I don't mean it in a way of go out there and chew on some damn calcium chews. No, it's not all about calcium. It's about all the minerals, okay? It's about all of the minerals that you need. Even your trace minerals for sure. Because remember, we're thinking about the nervous system, bones, and muscles. So you need all of the minerals. It's going to all be working together, okay? The thing that moves your bones around is your muscles. Okay? So your bones is the frame, the scaffolding, and then the muscles is what makes it mobile, right? Tendons, ligaments, muscles. And if you don't have some kind of level of strength, you don't have to be a bodybuilder, okay? The strength is going to depend on you as a person. And what I mean by this is, if putting lotion on or just taking groceries from the car to the house, if you feel the burn in your arms doing certain stuff, or if you, let's say you just literally randomly walk up a small flight of stairs and you feel the burn in your legs immediately, like if you're working out, well, you may need to be a little stronger. You know what I'm saying? When you're doing minute things, or things that may be perceived to be minute, and you're already feeling the burn, that may be an indicator that you just need to be a little stronger. Do what you need to do. And we like to think that, oh, well, we're doing these things often, and it doesn't make sense, you know, especially people who do their own hair and they're holding their arms up above their head. We feel that. But that is not a workout. that's going to make your arms not burn. We think that some of the activities that we do on a daily basis that are very physical are strengthening us, but that's not the case, because you would have to do those activities in a weird way, like in an OCD way. You'd have to carry those groceries in, you know, for a certain amount of repetitions for it to actually trigger your muscles to break down and rebuild, you know? Not just at one time every week or so or every few days. So that's the reason why that doesn't work that way necessarily. It's about that repetition and really training. Again, there's that word, training yourself, so that it will stay, so that it will stick. Just like when you form a habit, you're telling your muscles, hey, like when you do multiple repetitions, you're telling your muscles, hey, I need you to be stronger and I need you to stay stronger. You know, I don't need you to just be strong just for today. So when you do those repetitions, it's literally sending information to your muscles to say, hey, you're changing and I need that change to stick, right? So yeah, just small little, whether you want to just do calisthenics or very minute resistance, just using your own body. Start to do little things at your level that will trigger your muscles to show up for you more than they have been. Now, the thing that tells your muscles to move your bones around is your nervous system, right? The communication hub. And your nervous system is not just pure energy, lightning running through your body. There's physical tissues that are part of it. And those tissues that the electrical signals are sent through need to be nourished and fortified, okay? This is where your vitamins, especially like your B vitamins, are going to come in, okay? I'm not going to go over everything that's good for the nervous system, just whatever's being channeled in the moment. Your electrolytes, again, talking about those minerals, and certain vitamins that nourish your nervous system are going to be very, very helpful. Okay? Your nervous system can deteriorate. And it causes communication issues with your body. It causes misfires. You're wondering why. Oh, my pinky is numb. My legs fall asleep. You know, we ain't got time to be having those kinds of problems. We need to address that right now, because the last thing you need when whatever happens is to be having those issues. You need to be of your best ability at the level that is right for you. Okay? Because for some of us, we're going to make leaps and bounds. And for some of us, it's not necessary to make leaps and bounds. It's just necessary to be more advanced than you are. wherever you are, however that's going to work for your path. Because there's some of us that are literally going to be running and doing physical things that we had not been doing. And that's one of the big messages for me in particular. I know that I'm going to need to be able to walk and run and physically do things that I was not doing and had not been doing for a few years. That is coming online. For what? I have no idea. But when spirit move, it move. Things are not difficult and hard when it's time for you to do them. You will be supported. So that's how you'll know whether these messages are for you or not, because you can't just get up based off of what I'm saying and go decide you're going to do these things. It has to be already something that was on your spirit, and this is just confirmation, okay? But yeah, your nervous system is going to play a big part because the light quotient is getting really, really, really high for some of our bodies to hold. And if we don't take on, just like a pregnant person needs more nutrients and stuff when they're, cultivating life, right now, our bodies are needing more. This is not going to be explained by traditional means. One person may need more B vitamins, even though they feel like their diet is giving them enough. They may be running through it for a period of time more, and that's just what they need. It doesn't have to make sense. As long as you went to the doctor and got checked out, you got your labs, and you can see that you are low on whatever, supplement it. It's not going to make sense, but you're going to need more of something. This is why you're being asked to do these things. Your consumption of certain vitamins, minerals, supplements, they're going to change, even though you didn't do anything to make it happen, to make yourself deplete these things. Is because the light quotient is higher. You're holding more light. Okay? You're holding more light. And when you hold an immense amount of light, it requires you to operate a certain way. And you're not going to be able to do that without strength and fortification. You are the house. You are the lighthouse. You need to be strong. You need to stand. You need to be able to hold this light. And you could imagine that the light is really, really heavy, even though it doesn't physically feel that way, as to why you need to hold the light. Or you could imagine that like one of those trash bags that Force Flex, I think it's Glad Force Flex trash bags that have those little grids in them, so they're strong so that they don't drop food on the ground, something like that. Maybe your body needs to be able to hold the level of expansion that's happening without bursting, cracking, or leaking. Put it like that. That's the best way that I can explain it to you. But some of us are literally being called to check these areas: your bones, your muscles, and your nervous system. It's very important right now, and you have time. This thing that you're conditioning for is not happening right this moment in our time space, but it's coming and you can feel it. And you're going to be so happy if you start to take the action now and finally listen to yourself. You're going to be so happy that you were able to take your time doing it and actually enjoy doing it and not feel pushed and not feel like you were, training for some kind of craziness. Okay? You have time. And it's all about ease. It's all about not thinking about it. Because whenever you are met with the manifestation of whatever it is that you feel, your first thought is not going to be fear. You're going to feel secure because you have done what your soul is telling you to do. You're not going to be afraid. You're going to feel secure. And you're also going to feel relieved that you are prepared and you were able to prepare in such a way that did not feel fearful, because fear and anxiety and worry is not part of this process. You're being told in plenty of time to start, because again, there's no end goal. There's just you starting. It's about conditioning. You don't finish conditioning. You're simply preparing your body for something that it's not used to having to execute. Whether it's you sit around all day and watch TV, and now all of a sudden you got a job opportunity that requires you to walk a lot. You would have to condition your body for that, right? It's simply a change in lifestyle that's about to happen for a lot of us. And a lot of it is very positive. But in order to maintain it, in order to keep it, you're going to need to condition your body. Okay? You would not want to meet this energy, whatever this energy is for you, and not be able to keep up with it, not have that stamina, not have that quick-wittedness, not have that strength, that endurance. You will feel some kind of way once these opportunities and these things start to happen and you can't respond properly. So this is not just the spiritual message for any energies that may be happening out in the world that you need to be ahead of. This is also for any blessings and any manifestations that you've been asking for that are coming through. You're going to need to change how your body's operating in order to accommodate what you've been asking for. And again, for some of y'all, it ain't going to make no sense. Why do I need to start walking in order to get the new car that I asked for? But you'll find out in time. It'll make sense in time. And some of you you're simply trying to manifest better, and that involves you exercising, because that moves your chi around and it fortifies your aura too. Exercise does. Maybe you don't have a spiritual practice, and that's why exercise is the choice for you. But there's so many reasons right now, and those are the areas that we're focused on. Muscle memory is real. Some of it's literally squishing out stuck, stale energy. Yeah. And your muscle fibers, they look like chains. So when you go and you work out and you do those repetitions, you're breaking the chains and rebuilding new, stronger ones. Okay? And those new, stronger chains are where we get the muscle memory that that a person is talking about. Those new, stronger chains remember the previous trauma, and they don't want that. again. So they're going to yet hold on and be strong, okay? I'm just saying. The new muscles like, oh, okay, this is my job. I'm supposed to hold this down. They got this. They got you. You know, you got you. All of your aspects of you got you. So, yeah, I hope this video resonated with who it needed to resonate with. And while you're conditioning yourself, don't forget to pamper yourself in between. Get your massages, get your, do your H2O floats and that magnesium water. Go to the ocean, clear your energy, meditate, do your yoga, stretch. Stretching is a huge part. I don't see how people be doing all of this stuff thinking they got all of these gains they trying to get, and they won't stretch to save their life, and then they walking around looking like a robot, and when they run they look like they're made of tinfoil. Their body mechanics are all jacked. But anyway, stretching is gonna be super important. Okay. Oh man, and that involves your muscles, and they will remember that you are flexible, just like they'll remember that you're strong. Okay? You're just training your body to be these things. I'm strong, I'm flexible, and I'm less likely to break. Okay? She said, I think Valerie, is it? I think that's Valerie, yeah. These things are so tiny. I'm not wearing my glasses. I just got drama today. But talking about some waking up with Josie. Y'all don't want to wake up with me every morning. Sometimes I be up at 5 a.m. I just do things when I'm inspired. Blessings, love, blessings. I'm still trying to figure out my life. My kids start school September 5th now. That date was changed. And there's some things that need to happen. That way I know my schedule for sure. So things have been in limbo. And I've been just, jumping through portals, getting things done little by little, and just grateful, you know. But until they start school, I'm not really going to know what life looks like, because it changes our gym schedule too. Like, so that's why I haven't really committed to anything yet, because I need to know what that's my foundation. So I have to know what that looks like, Um, but I do see y'all as much as I possibly can, when I get a mood, when I want to read, stuff like that, I'll hop on here. I'm barely keeping up with Instagram right now, but we gonna all be all right. It's all right. I got a new baby. For all you ladies out there that are watching this video, if you go to my link tree, I started Jacksonville Women's Retreats. And you don't have to be local to be a part of that meetup. Because we do a lot of things through Zoom. But I started that recently, and it's doing great. And it's been very helpful for me as well. So I'm just following whatever needs to be done in the moment. When you can't control anything, be of service. Get outside of yourself. And that's what I chose to do when my air conditioner decided that it was going to switch on to heat. This is when I made the decision. I have a new thermostat now. Yay! Because my old thermostat tried to cook us. It turned over to heat and I couldn't turn it off. So I had to turn it off by the breaker, y'all. Like, it got really crazy that day. And I caught such an attitude that day. I was just ready to go off, but it was resolved. And now we're good. Everything's fine. But, I've been navigating things like that, I've been I'm here. Oh man. But yeah, that's all I have to say about the bones and things like that. But do whatever's on your heart. Like, actually take action. Because some of us, what we'll do is we'll keep getting messages and we won't do anything about it. But if you've been getting these messages about being more physical at whatever level that you need to be more physical, then you should take action. It the key is consistency. It's not about outdoing yourself. Okay? We don't have goals here outside of consistent movement. Okay? Get rid of all the other stuff and just focus on consistently moving on a daily basis in a way that you don't normally do, you know? Love to you all. I'm gonna let you go. But I'll catch you soon, okay?